Now, Ken was the ballin' dad back in the day. He was the dad that took literally the whole neighborhood to movies and amusement parks and stuff. I wasn't allowed to go. My dad was an asshole.
Now, you could have went motorcycle riding. You could have went motorcycle riding.
My dad wouldn't let me. Now, listen to this. We used to have a community pool, like it was a neighbor's pool, and everyone would be swimming in the pool, but I wasn't allowed to swim. I had to watch everyone swim. That was my dad. My dad would not let me swim. I had to watch everyone fucking swim.
Can I tell a bad story about your dad?
Yeah, fuck it. Go ham, dude.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you a CD story that should make you cry, and you should donate, by the way.
Oh my god. Sell us in the chat, boys.
I didn't have money when I first started the whole where we all grew up, where these two kids grew up. I had nothing. I had shit. I was broke as shit. I was with my first divorce. I saved up $695 for a motorcycle for my son. And I found a motorcycle and it was $700. And I called the guy, I got $695. He goes, you need $700 fucking dollars. And I go, I got $695, dude. He goes, you need $700 fucking dollars. So I went to my neighbor and I said, can I borrow $5? And Painter Jim, little Jimmy's dad, says, Ken, I'll lend you $5, but can you get it back by next week? I said, I don't know, but I'll try. And he gave me $5, and I bought my son my first fucking motorcycle. And it was a 1981 Suzuki two-stroke motorcycle. It was the biggest piece of shit on the planet. And it was like, we went over there, we were so fucking proud that I bought my son a motorcycle. So then I ended up buying Cassie a motorcycle. By the way, my business started doing better. I bought her a brand new one. I bought all my daughters, all my kids. I bought Jim and Jimmy a motorcycle.
These are all neighbors.
Yeah, I bought all these kids, the neighbors' motorcycles, and we're going. And Charles' dad comes up to me, and I had just got back, and he goes, hey, Ken, you've been riding these motorcycles with all these young kids. And I go, yeah, I know. And I by that time, I bought myself a YZF 450. And I bang that shit out. I can fucking ride a motorcycle. And Charles' dad says, I bought a motorcycle. And I go, oh, that's so fucking awesome. And we're getting ready to leave. And he says, hey, do you want to go riding? I said, yeah. What'd you get Charles? He goes, Charles? I got me a YZF 400.
Feels bad, man, boys.
Yeah, oh, dude, I almost cried for you. He goes, I was thinking me, you, and Jim, the other dad, we'd go riding. And I go, what'd you get your son? He goes, well, I'm not taking them. I thought we would just take me and the adults. And dude, I gotta tell you, I almost cried. And sorry if I'm a little bitch on your little stream, but you know what? Fuck that. Charles was a ballin' little dude. And you know what? And I had this banging motorcycle, and I rode it for 10 minutes a weekend. I got a bike. What are we gonna do? I'm like, oh, this is gonna be banging. And I thought it was your bike. And he goes, no, I bought one for me. I thought me, you, and Jim would go riding. And he had no concept that the two other adult men, we only rode for 5 minutes a weekend. Last year I got in trouble because me and PJ
3 years ago.
we decided
He got PJ wasted, guys.
No, it wasn't me alone. PJ and I decided to drink some beers.
Damn, didn't know you guys wear that broke feels bad
Oh
man.
shit.
Here is $3
that,
so
bro.
you can buy a bone for a dog.
Oh no. PJ, you're getting a bone. You're getting a bone for Christmas, PJ.
Their bones are like $17.
Paul, say thank you. Say thank you. Look at that. He's like, thank you, Mr. Green Karmic.
Cassie yelled at me because me and PJ drank beer
PJ getting turned.
2 years ago. And we
He
drank
wasn't born 2 years ago.
Well, it was. When was that?
It had to
When
be,
did I get in trouble?
It was last year.
had to be last
Okay,
year.
last
Thanksgiving.
year, me and PJ drank a lot of beer together, and me and PJ were having fun, and my daughter, which is a typical woman, yelled at me and started
Typical.
screaming at me, why did you drink so much beer with my dog?
Fucking typical women, dude.
Yeah, and
I hate that kind.
If you drank so much beer with my fiance, I wouldn't have yelled at you. but you drank beer with my dog.
Because he wouldn't drink beer with me.
Well, tell him to stop being a little bitch.
Typical women, Ken. Just always yelling at you.
Tell him to stop, Dad.
Well,
Ken,
put
hit
some
us up
alcohol
with a
in it.
story about your glory days. Maybe something crazy that happened to you.
The glory days.
Glory days,
What?
Ken.
They're all glory days. Look.
Still
when
glory
you're not
days.
dead, you had a glory day. That's just a fact. So my best day was, I was expected to be dead during Operation Desert Storm #2, and they sent silkworm missiles into my ship, and that's where Spencer's dad and I. That's where he's not a little bitch on video games, cause. Right?
Right.
So Roy was actually sitting at Missile System Supervisor, and I hear over my little headsets, and Roy goes, "Ken, they're shooting at us. We're gonna die." I go, Roy, no, seriously, this is Spencer's dad. And Spence, if you're listening, you know, just, hey, look, don't say shit if you haven't had somebody trying to kill you. Then you don't get to say shit. But I'm also kind of like the younger dude, and I don't give a shit. I'm like, well, shoot a missile back, Roy. And Roy goes, but they won't let me. I go, so it's a whole little thing. Like, you're hitting these buttons right here, right?
Right.
So if I said I was shooting a missile in, you got to hit this button. But then you also have to use your right hand, and you got to call over to me and go, hey, is it okay if I shoot back? And Roy called me up instead. Instead of using that hand and calling the guy, Roy uses, he reaches up here and he goes, Ken, they're shooting a missile at us. What should I do? And I go, well, fuck calling that guy with that hand. I said, just hit #2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Right? You're doing this, right?
Tiger bomb.
Right. I don't know what that is. I go, Roy, if they're shooting a missile at us, hit 2, 2, 2, 2. And so he's hitting it. And he goes, who I gotta tell? I go, you're not gonna tell anybody. You already shot a missile, dude. I don't want to die. And they were shooting at us. So that was pretty funny shit. That's pretty funny. So I'm gonna tell some stories. That was cool. Because Roy
I feel like
back...
people might be scared that
Huh?
that's what you say when you're defending our country. 2, 2, 2, 2.
No. By the way, no matter who you are, whatever country you are, they just say that. It's like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. You just tell somebody, hit that button.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be